touch all your seatbelts, touch all your connections, touch your Hans. Just make sure you get everything like you want it. Favor, touch all your seatbelts, touch your Hans. Just make sure you get everything like you want it. Favor, touch all your seatbelts, touch all your connections, touch your Hans. Just make sure you get everything like you want it.
Well, good evening, Sigma race fans. We come at you here live tonight from Five Flags Speedway here in Florida, home of the Snowball Derby every year. A super late model race that they host in December. And it's a Hot Wheels front row, as you've got Bucky Campbell and the number 89 newcomer there alongside of him, Michael Bird. You got a Ford and a Chevy, but they are both Hot Wheels entries, front row, starting pole, and outside pole here tonight. Michael Bird in first ever start on the front row, good start for him. Then you've got Cooper Landry and Reese Landry, brothers. And then it's Gabe McDuffie and John Underkoffler, followed by Borat Sagdiev and Matthias Binto, Carlos Eduardo and Jamie McNugget, Jamie McMurphy and Ismael Fontanez, Joseph Hayes with Chihiro Fujisaki, William Clyde and Sean Ard, followed by Wesley Shaw and Elijah Lemon. Adam Jefferson with Craig Bush, Terry Bull in his first ever career start alongside Aiden Sparks, Parker Sparks and Juliana Bold, Alex Pollard deep in the field starting alongside Boogie. And then it's Paul Tabarini with TG Castlenut, John Thompson and Josh Milton with Ty Kisniver and Junior McLaughlin rounding out the field here today. 150 laps the distance in this Sigma ARCA Delta division.
Gentlemen, start your
Side post, the whole thing.
Bucky Campbell off to the early lead there. Cooper Landry in second. Gabe McDuffie now looking at third place. McDuffie, a race winner a couple weeks ago. He'd be looking to get race win number 2 if he can get the job done here today. And we've got a wreck already here with your race leader involved. Holy cow. Bucky Campbell was just minding his own, leading the race. And all of a sudden, Cooper Landry right there behind him. This is for the race lead. He goes high. He comes down low into your race leader. Cooper Landry wrecks Bucky Campbell there right out of the race lead. That might be frowned upon here. We don't typically take kindly to wrecking the race leader, but it is the ARCA series after all, so stuff like that happens on occasions. And if he does not park it here, we are going to DQ him. It looks like they're going to try to fix it, but we will disqualify the 69. For his actions at the front of the field. Tough break for pole setter Bucky Campbell. His car looks a little bit beat up here from that. But in way of all of that chaos and carnage right out of the early gates here, that's going to give Gabe McDuffie the race lead, followed by Borat Sagdiev, Michael Bird, and John Underkoffler, your top 4, with Carlos Eduardo in 5th. Wow, what a crazy, crazy start to this race. Cooper Landry has been disqualified for wrecking the race leader. Fastest lap in the race goes to Cooper Landry at the moment, but so much for that, as taking out the race leader is a big no-no in any form of racing. Retired also Campbell Bucky Campbell out of the race now from the damage he sustained getting wrecked out of the race lead. So that's going to reset the stage here tonight with Gabe McDuffie, the new race leader, at lap number 8. Borat Sagdiev and Michael Bird, that's your top 3, with John Underkoffler and the 15 of Carlos Eduardo still in the mix here. Some of these drivers will be getting the call up to Bridge to Cup next season, as the ARCA series will be folding at this year's conclusion. Cooper's brother Reese Landry still in the mix here, as well as Jamie McMurphy, Matthias Binto, Joseph Hayes, and Jamie McNugget in the top 10. Terry Bull making up some spots. He's into 15th. Alex Pollard up to 19th. So some movers here. We're back and rolling here tonight at Five Flags Speedway. Gabe McDuffie has the lead. We'll keep our eyes on the leader this time, because that was where the drama happened already out of the gates. So oh no, here we go. Borat goes high on Gabe McDuffie here, runs around, gets right up alongside of him. Borat Sagdiev wanting to get around and lead some laps here tonight, but Gabe McDuffie holds him off for now. So the rules were that a driver would have to stick to one division or the other. But since we only have 13 races left of the 26 race calendar, newcomers that had started to join this week were given the opportunity to fight for the championship here in SIGMA ARCA, as it is going to be a series that closes down at the end of the year. This adds kind of an extra wrinkle for drivers that could potentially still rack up enough points to fight for a championship. We had so many newcomers join today alone, or this past week alone, that they will be able to run both the Alpha and the Delta division. And all the points they gain between the last 13 races, Alpha and Delta, they're going to be part of the primary overall championship standings. Kind of a funky way to do it. They have different drivers that they're up against each week, and they figuratively can affect each of their races as we go throughout the rest of the season here. So might be good, might be interesting. We'll see if we can get someone else in the mix for that championship title at the end of the year here with the ARCA series. But with that being said, we're going to try to limit how many more newcomers are allowed to join at the end of the year here. And we'll just roll with what we've got for the most part. Like I said, the ARCA series folding at the end of 2026 here. Try and make less obligations on myself. And we'll see what next year brings with the switch over to primarily Bridge to Cup and Cup action with a little bit of trucks mixed in there. New fastest lap now, John Underkoffler at a 17.265. And he's still running in 4th there, so that 07 having a good run, keeping it close up front. It's crazy that out of the gates, our first caution here tonight was the race leader getting turned out of first place, and both drivers out of it now because of that. looks like we're under caution for the second time here tonight. That is the 34 of Elijah Lemon. And he was back here in 21st place. Makes a run around the 92 there of Sparks, and oh man, just hooks him into the outside wall, a lot like that wreck we saw earlier here tonight. Kind of a tough track where the lines kind of cross over here, and Hayden Sparks, nothing he did wrong. Elijah Lemon, just a rookie mistake, collecting him there and bringing out our second caution of the morning. Alrighty, lights are off on the pace car. We're going to get back and rolling again. Two cautions here tonight have slowed up the pace and knocked a couple of drivers out of the mix. The 92 Sparks wrecked out with that accident. 34 is going to keep on rolling though. Elijah Lemon. We're back and rolling here. Lap 30, 120 laps, the distance remaining. Gabe McDuffie in the Seahawks Super Bowl champions Dodge Dart there leads the way, followed by newcomer in the 89. That is Michael Bird. Oh, and John Underkoffler getting a bump side by side, 3 wide with Bento and Sagdiev. We're under caution again. This is good old ARCA short track racing with a lot of wrecking and a lot of craziness. Looks like the 36 of John Thompson gets targeted here for a wreck. Got Terry Bull on the outside in the 45 there. The 36 of John Thompson goes in. Oh, Alex Pollard hooks him, and both of them go for a spin here. In the usual spot on the racetrack here tonight. These ARCA cars having a hard time making it through turn 3 here today. So we're under caution for the 3rd time. And it looks like Sean Art's going to stay out here and inherit the race lead. Alrighty, we're getting back and rolling. Sean Ard leads over Gabe McDuffie and Michael Bird. It's a very early race. I have a lot of other stuff to tend to today, so we're getting it out of the way here early. 115 laps to go, 3 cautions. We've had a wreck from the race leader this morning, and I'm going to be making that mistake, spitting up the night as we're here racing during the day under the lights in the game time. Sean Art gets the lead here on the restart, followed by Gabe McDuffie. Lap down cars there of John Thompson and Ty Kisniver. Rookie Michael Bird third. Joseph Hayes and Borat Sagiev, that's your top 5. But Cooper Landry led the first 3 laps of the race until he got hooked. My bad. Cooper Landry hooked the race leader, Bucky Campbell, here tonight. Bucky Campbell led the first 3 laps until he got hooked in the outside wall and wrecked out early in this one. So, looking right there at John Underkoffler racing with William Clyde. That's at the back tail end of the top 10. Borat Sagdiev in 5th, 4th actually, Michael Bird in 3rd. And it's Gabe McDuffie running down Sean Ard for the race lead right now. The Whataburger, number 4 there. We will go ahead and DQ the number 34 for repeated trips down pit road. And we're under caution for the 4th time here tonight. And I believe it includes Boogie and Junior McLaughlin here. And it's probably going to be the trouble spot, turn 3, where it's been all night long here this morning. Here we go, going into turn 3. Ah, man, Boogie just goes for it and runs into him, cleaning him out there, spinning him out in turn 3. Junior McLaughlin, a rookie tonight, starting his first ever start in the ARCA Series. Hard outside hit there, right in front of the Pensacola markings on the racetrack there. Well, it is ARCA Series after all. We are prone to having some weird and wild wrecks like this. What is going on here? Why? I waved the one guy around and everyone else is going around the pace car. This is weird. What's going on? Never had this problem before. What in the world? Everyone's trapped a lap down here somehow. Everyone, I mean, not just a couple people, the entire field gets trapped a lap down and they're trying to get around the pace car. Add a pace lap so that everyone can get waved around here. Holy cow. Never seen that before. It's always a first somewhere, somehow, in our 2003, doing some weird things once again. They do not know what is going on here tonight. Holy cow. I don't know what's going on. There we go. It looks like that's the last of them that we're waiting to get waved around here. Sean Ard, your race leader, followed by Gabe McDuffie, Michael Bird, Borat Sagdiev, and Ismael Fontanes. Joseph Hayes, Adam Jefferson, Reese Landry, William Clyde, and John Underkoffler. That is your top 10. Alrighty, we're back and rolling here tonight. Sean Ard resets the field at lap 48. Whoa, and there's a bit of a hiccup on the restart there. Caution flag waving again already. Whoa! You don't see that very often. TG Castlenut runs right through the 36 there of John Thompson. Well, this is not National Geographic. I don't know what else I can say about that situation there, but those two cars merged together like a transformer. And that is how they end up retiring here tonight. Well, hopefully we can get some racing in here shortly, as we've been bogged down with caution after caution here lately. Laps to go. We're 50 laps in so far here today at Five Flags Speedway. Alrighty, we're back and rolling here. Green flag waving. Sean Ard and Gabe McDuffie lead the way. Michael Bird in third still. Great debut for that 89 Hot Wheels Chevrolet. Ford. Another wreck, another caution here today. And it looks like Craig Bush gets the worst into that one. Boogie going through the field here today, causing a lot of trouble. He ends up turning Craig Bush. Oh, and that is a wild wreck. Carlos Eduardo, innocent bystander, caught up in the mess there. Bam, hard hit. More than likely a couple more retirements in the mix from that one. And a whole lot of pit stops. 88 is retired. Craig Bush, and it looks like Boogie's gonna keep going. Sean Ard gets back out there with the lead. Gabe McDuffie in second. And then Michael Bird in third. Talk about a caution-filled race so far. 6 of them. We've run half of this race under yellow so far. 30 laps under caution through the first 58. Lights are off on the pace car. We'll get rolling next time by. Go back and rolling. Everyone on the lead lap with all the retirements getting knocked out of the race here so far. Half of this race has been under caution. It's pretty hard to get rolling here today. Sean Ard has worked his way up to the race lead with a little bit of strategy, and here comes Gabe McDuffie on the outside, Michael Bird on the low side. Bird goes for second. That's going to drop McDuffie back to third. And Sagdiev on the move as well. Gabe falling another spot. He's back to fourth. Here they come across the front stretch again. Michael Bird in his series debut here tonight, having a good go of it. Here he is going around the high side. Sean Ard's the race leader, but for how long? That 89 wants a taste of the lead. Clean air ahead of them, no lap traffic to mess with because we've had so many stops in the racing action here so far. And we're still short of halfway here. It might be a short track, but all the cautions have definitely made this feel like a long track. Run here on the high side. Michael Bird thinking about it. John Underkoffler still with the fastest lap in the race here this morning. Gabe McDuffie losing another spot, falling back to 5th there. 84 of Joseph Hayes makes a move on him. This might be one of the longest green flag runs we've had here, as we've made a pretty good stretch so far. Oh, and they're wrecking. It's going to be Gabe McDuffie getting spun out as he was falling backwards there. And it might be day done for Gabe McDuffie. That car is smoking. So he fell back to 5th. And as he was falling back here, the 97, that is Fontana, goes high. Runs right down the line into him. And his car might be out. Tough break for the 03. Had a good day going and came up short here with a wrecked car. Funny part is I might be able to fix this track by resetting the AI racing lines. It seems like the race line is a little bit absurdly tight for comfort, as we've seen too many wrecks at the same spot in the same zone of the racetrack. Should be an easy fix if I wanted to fix it, but I don't know if I would get around to fixing that problem. It makes it kind of a true ARCA race with all the wrecks and chaos here today. So, it might be worth just leaving alone, too. But still, tough break. So many retirements. Good thing this race is only 150 laps and not 250 plus. We're halfway. Next time by is it's going to be 75 laps in, 75 laps to go. Sean Ard, your race leader. We are back and rolling. Sean Ard's got that lead, and he's driving away with it at the moment. Second place belongs to Joseph Hayes now, jumping up a couple spots. The restart here. Michael Bird, followed by Adam Jefferson, and John Underkoffler not being denied here. He's trying to work his way back up the field. Fastest car in the race, 70 laps to go. What can he get done here tonight? Down to 60 laps left to go here at Five Flags Speedway. Sean Ard's leading over Joseph Hayes, Michael Bird, Adam Jefferson, and John Underkoffler. Borat Sagdiev, Reese Landry, Jamie McMurphy, William Clyde, and Parker Sparks, your top 10, with Jamie McNugget running in 11th. Terry Bull in his debut running in 12th. Paul Tabarini, followed by Juliana Bold, Josh Milton, Ismael Fontana's Wesley Shaw, Tyke Sniver, Matthias Binto, Chihiro Fujisaki. Boogie, still top 20 runs so far, as him and Alex Pollard are fighting it out for position there. Junior McLaughlin staying alive, as is Carlos Eduardo in 22nd. 22 cars left running after all the carnage incarnate here today. I guess actually 24 with one driver a lap down. That's the 97 where I misspoke. He is not racing for position. That 97, Ismael Fontana, is actually 24th, one lap down. With clear track ahead and the advantage over Joseph Hayes, staying pretty relative here. Sean Ard's having a good go at it. having another good lengthy green flag run here. This was the ARCA race that got away from us this week when I had to do an extra iRacing covered race this week, so got pushed to Saturday. Don't typically broadcast on Saturdays. Usually I've got a lot going on, so getting this one started for it tonight, today. And I'm gonna be taking care of other chores here as soon as the broadcast is done. Looks like Joseph Hayes trying to close the gap in on Sean Ard just a little bit. Michael Bird in third. Man, that's, you know, the rhyme of the night. Bird in third all night long, it feels like. .44 laps to go, and that lead gap is shrinking a little bit. Sean Ard having to defend against Joseph Hayes. Hayes is no stranger to victory lane here in the ARCA Series. When we started this season, there was only 2 previous winners, and that was Santi Messi and Joseph Hayes. Well, you know, fast forward 13 weeks into the year, 14, 15 weeks of racing, and we've had multiple different winners this year in the ARCA Series, definitely establishing themselves as contenders for the title. Well, now Sean Ard is going to have to be defending against one of the veterans of the ARCA Series. As he's closing that gap, you do have a lap car ahead of these two that could put a wrinkle in things. Sean Ard will be looking for race win number 1 in a very quick progression here. He's only made about 5 starts out of the 7 races contested so far. And he's going to have to defend. Gap shrinking quickly here. Sean Ard has lap traffic ahead as well. Longest green flag run we've had here today. It's getting good. reeling in the race lead, though. Joseph Hayes is not going to be denied. Believe it or not, I wonder if I remember correctly, Joseph Hayes has had a win here at this very track. Let's go back and look at the results from previous years. 2025 SIGMA ARCA. So Joseph Hayes was winless in 2025. Came home 17th at Five Flags last year. We go back another year, 2024. The year he won, he ended up winning at Fontana, and they ran Five Flags. He finished 23rd. So Joseph Hayes, not yet a winner here in the ARCA Series at Five Flags Speedway, but has one win to his name, and he's trying to run down to Sean Ard right at the end here. As I'd already mentioned, Sean Ard's missed a good chunk of the season already. When everyone else has had 6 starts, Sean Ard has only made 3, so half of the starts. But in 3 starts alone, he's already halfway up the point standing into 49th place. So a race win here today could really help catapult him a little bit closer to the top of the standings, the international, the dependent ARCA championship standings. What we could end up doing, though, is putting him in 3 of the alpha races this season, giving him a chance to gain some extra points and be in the mix for that title as well. Stay tuned for that. In case a couple drivers want the shot, they can take the shot, and we'll give them that opportunity. But in his 4th career start here tonight, the number 4 car looking to try and win it with 28 laps to go. Joseph Hayes has closed that gap on him. Michael Bird, Adam Jefferson, and John Underkoffler with the top 5. But this race far from over at the moment. Sean Ard's going to have to hold off Joseph Hayes, who is really closing in on his back bumper. The 2 Chevrolets having a good showing of it, and lap traffic now might slow up the 4 and his pace here at the end of the race. Nice long green flag run at the end of the night here has given Joseph Hayes a shot to fight for the race win. Hayes is right there, getting even closer to the back bumper of Sean Ard. Uh-oh, we have a caution here with 21 laps to go. No, we do not. I thought I saw some smoke, but we are staying green here. 20 laps remaining here in Pensacola, Florida at Five Flags Speedway. Oh, it was a mechanical failure out of the 45 of Terry Bull. No problem though, no caution. We keep rolling green flag with 19 laps to go. Sean Art is caught the tail end of traffic here, and he's going to put the 66 a lap down, goes on the inside on the attack. Joseph Hayes sees the opportunity ahead of him here, and he's got a chance to fight for it. $16 laps to go. And here goes Joseph Hayes on the attack. He's getting run into by the lap car. He saves it. McLaughlin makes a bit of a rookie mistake there, connecting with the lead traffic. But Joseph Hayes still gets to live to fight for another couple laps here. He had the run, he had the momentum, and it got taken away there. Sean Art has a little bit of a cushion now. That 84 is not giving up. Keeping it in it here, closing that gap again. This is a vintage ARCA race here tonight. We're getting all kinds of action. Everything from the chaos and carnage to a good battle for the race lead at the end here. Could not have asked for more. And just like that, look at Joseph Hayes back in the mix. He's ran the 4 of Sean Art back down. 13 laps to go. Oh, and look at, here he comes, Joseph Hayes. I think he's racing with a little bit of added fury after nearly getting taken out there. Lap traffic threw him a bit of a curveball, and here he is right there knocking on the door. Sean Art needs to defend like a madman. Joseph Hayes has the momentum, has the speed. Will he have the opportunity to get around the 4 here? He's going to stick his nose inside. Sean Art stays high here. He's going to carry that momentum around and keep the 84 behind him. Great racing for the race win at the end of the night. 10 laps to go. Joseph Hayes not giving up though. We might be in for a treat of a photo finish if these two keep going at it. Michael Bird could get up here with the top 3 as well. He's closing that gap a little bit to your leaders. The 4 of Sean Art, his lap times have dropped exponentially down to an 18.8, while Michael Bird just turned an 18.9. For whatever reason though, that has given him a chance to catch up with your leaders, the speeds that he's running here. So lap cars ahead still could sprinkle in some of the drama here at the end. 18.624 for Michael Bird, 18.675 for your race leader Sean Art. Bad lap for Joseph Hayes, falls back a little bit further from the lead there. $19.015 and 18.908 for Sean Art. 18.8, 18.7, 18.9. So 5 laps remaining. Sean Art's got it in the pocket unless a caution comes out here. Reset the race pace once again. But so far, so good. It's green track ahead. 4 laps remaining. to go for Sean Ard. In only his 4th career start, looking to try and take home race win number 1. What a wild race it's been here at Five Flags Speedway. A lot of wrecks, a lot of carnage, a lot of ARCA chaos, and another surprise winner waiting in the wings here. All he's got to do is close it out. Just a couple laps left in the books. Staying green. And I don't think we're going to see a caution. White flag waves, 1 more lap to go. It's all Sean Ard at the moment. Right there in 2nd. Joseph Hayes not even in striking distance at the moment. Michael Bird for 3rd, Adam Jefferson in 4th, and John Underkoffler with a 5th on tap. It's going to be Sean Ard getting the job done in race number 4. The 4 car takes it to victory lane here today. New winner in the SIGMA ARCA Series, ARCA Delta division. And we might see Sean Ard add on a couple races in that Alpha division to help level out his points, get himself in a conversation for the championship title. Paul Tabarini rounds out the top 10 with Jamie McNugget in 11th. Newcomers, Josh Milton in 15th, Alex Pollard in 16th. Well, and that is a wrap here tonight from Five Flags Speedway.
Greg, did you have any ignition problems?
Well, thanks again, folks, for tuning in. Congratulations to Sean Ard on winning the race here today from Five Flags Speedway. Definitely a lot of chaos, a lot of carnage, a lot of ARCA craziness here at the track, and we'll be rolling into next week looking at